Tori here. I've been meaning to make this video for a little while. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you have been a subscriber for a little while, thank you. Last month, if you see in the chronological order of all my videos, you'll see a video that I posted at the end of September that announcing me and my husband that we were pregnant and how exciting it was. And in the description I put that for those of you that don't know my story, me and my husband have been married for 4 years, and we have been trying to have a kid ever since we got married, and just it wasn't happening for us. We've done Clomid, I've done trying to lose weight, just all this stuff that we've tried as far as medical wise, trying to intervene that way, and nothing worked. Actually, my numbers on my progesterone and all that stuff was actually getting worse, and I was doing good for a little bit, and then we did the highest dosage of Clomid, and then my numbers just said that it looked like I hadn't done anything. And so I was discouraged, and me and my husband just decided that we were like, you know what, we're not going to do Clomid anymore, we're just going to give ourselves a break, because it was becoming really stressful trying to say, okay, I'm ovulating right now, you need to be here in 30 minutes. And it was getting to where it wasn't even it was becoming a task. It wasn't even fun anymore as a married couple. It was becoming not cool, and that was probably too much, sorry. And so we decided to just get healthier. I'm a little chunky monkey, my husband's a little bit overweight too, and so we decided to just, focus on getting healthier, because in my mind I'm thinking, well, if I do get pregnant, I gotta be realistic. When you get pregnant, what do? You gain weight, and I did not want gestational diabetes or anything like that. So we just decided to lose weight, and I took it upon myself to start Herbalife, and so did Herbalife for the right way for a couple months and lost 15 pounds. And right when I lost 15 pounds, we found out that I was pregnant, and oh my gosh, I can't even tell you that the second I found out that I was pregnant, because I just hadn't felt good, and I was like, what is wrong with me? I just feel like crap, and my cycles are all over the place, so they've never been consistent, or oh, it's the third, I should start now. They've never been like that, but it was okay, it's been 2 months and I haven't had anything, so, and for me, it's always a head thing. And so if I haven't started, I'm like, well, let me just take a pregnancy test to just ease my mind so that I know that I'm not pregnant. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what it is about my brain and my uterus, how they work together, but when I would get a negative pregnancy test, all of a sudden the next day I would start my period, and I was like, okay, I guess that's all I needed to do. So the 23rd of September, I just hadn't felt good, and I was like, well, a Duggar supply of pregnancy tests, so I took one, and I looked at it, and I was like, what the heck? There were 2 lines there. Oh my gosh, I started crying my eyes out. I woke up Mark because he was asleep, and I was like, I'm pregnant. And he cried. Oh my gosh, we cried, and we were the happiest that we've ever been in our whole entire lives. And I was just speechless. We couldn't stop laughing. We couldn't stop praising God that it had finally happened, because we had prayed for this for such a long time. And so we were so happy and so excited. And so we kept it a secret for a couple days, because it was a Tuesday night that I had found out, and my husband wasn't going to be off till Friday, which was my nephew's birthday, and so we wanted to announce it there with him. And that's in the last video. You see that as he's opening his card, he reads that, oh, you're gonna be a cousin, or you're gonna have a cousin, or whatever. And so we're super excited. That was a Friday. We told our parents, told our friends and family officially on Saturday, and just, oh my gosh, people who had been praying for us for years, who knew our struggle with infertility, just like, oh my gosh, so many people came over and cried and just were just so excited for us. And then Sunday morning, I woke up and I was bleeding a little bit, and so of course, like, the first thing you think of when you are pregnant and you're bleeding is like, oh no, like, this is bad. And so I went to church, called my mom, told all that. I had people pray with me at the church, just a select few, our pastors, and just really close people that I knew were gonna pray for us, praying for us. So all of a sudden I let like fear creep in, and I tried to stay positive. We both did, and the bleeding didn't stop. I went to the emergency room and they said, you know, you're probably miscarrying, and that's the last thing you want to hear after waiting for 4 years. And so I did blood work and they said that the numbers had gone down. And confirmed it on Wednesday, that Wednesday after we had found out. So barely a week of knowing that I was pregnant, a week later, we found out that we lost the baby. And what's crazy is that not for a second did I ever blame God. I never once blamed him at all. And, like, I wanted to be sad so bad, and you know, a part of me still is, because we were so excited. But the bigger part is that we had so many people praying for us during this time. I had so many women come forward and say that they had been through this themselves, and that they knew this hurt, that they knew this struggle, and that there is hope, and that that they're there for me, and that they know exactly what this hurt is. And it's so crazy. Like, this should have been the most devastating thing that's ever happened to me, which it is up there, but I felt like this peace because of so many people praying for us. We just had so many people like reach out. People brought us food. People just like came and just cried. And I had people just call and they said, you know, we don't have to talk. We can just be silent on the phone, and I just want you to know I'm here for you. People I hadn't talked to in a while, people that I had lost contact with, and it's just like this outpour of people on Facebook and, you know, my family, and it was just like crazy. Me and my husband look at each other, we're like, this is so sad, but this is so like joyous too, because now we know we can get pregnant. And because for the longest time that was such a fear of mine, like I didn't know if I could, and so that fear has been like put to rest, that yes, I can get pregnant. And this is just one of those things that happens. And so like after I heard a lot of people like come and talk to me like, hey, this has happened to me, or this, you know, I went through the same thing, you know, a year ago, or, you know, 10 years ago, whatever. I even had family members come and say like, I've been through this, and I know you're hurt, and I know this, and, you know, I did have kids afterwards, and, you know, all these stories that I heard of encouragement and of hope, and it dawned on me. I just like felt bad for other people because they felt bad, and a lot of people who hadn't gone through it but they wanted to be there for us would just say, you know, I don't know what to say. And to me, that was the most powerful thing that someone could say, because to me it showed me that they loved me and that they cared for me, but we're so broken and so like lost with words that they're like, I don't know what to say, but that's what I'm saying. And to me, I just thought that was really powerful, because like I wouldn't even know what to say to me. And so I don't know, in life we go through things that shape our story and that shape who we're gonna be, and because of going through something so tragic, like it's definitely given me more perspective on life, and it's definitely made my heart like stretch and for other people that have gone through this and thinking, man, like I know I'm not the first and I know I won't be the last person to go through something like this, but it definitely gave me more compassion for people, and I saw people's compassion for me, and it just, I don't know, it just like took my breath away. This whole experience, like the joy of being pregnant and then the sadness of losing the pregnancy, but then the joy of like seeing all these people pour out on me and just like love on me is just, it's been surreal. And I guess there's this movement in London or somewhere far that they're kind of like shouting your miscarriage, not to decorate it, but to say instead of miscarriage, it's, you know, MisCOURAGE. And so I just think more people should share their story, because I think it's more impactful. Like I think, actually I know if the women that came forward and said, you know, that they had gone through this, if they hadn't come forward to me and say, hey, I know how you feel, I know you're hurt, I know your struggle, if they hadn't have done that, I would probably be like in bed, not showered, and just like pretty depressed, because feeling really alone. And so my encouragement to you is, if you've gone through something similar to this exact thing, or if you've gone through a loss, or if you're hurting, like I feel it's so powerful to share your testimony and to share your story with other people, to help them. And that's what a testimony is. It's to see, wow, they went through something really hard and they got through it. And so that gives me hope, because I know about 5 years ago I lost my dad to colon cancer. And about that same time I saw other people in my family who had lost their fathers, and I looked at them and looked at their walk in life and said, well, they look happy and they look content, so I think I can do it too. And that gave me hope. And I know that it's happened for other people who have seen me, that, you know, I've lost my dad, I've lost this pregnancy, and they're going, well, if she can handle it, you know, maybe I can too. And I've had people come forward and say that to me, and it's really awesome. The only thing that I can say that it's happening is because of God, and because of the stories that He's placed on people. And I know my story is not done. He's just getting started writing me and my husband's story together. So if you have any comments or questions, feel free and comment below. Hit subscribe if you want to keep seeing this journey and seeing my testimony and seeing these stories. I'd love to hear from you guys and things that you've been through, and I would love to keep in contact with you guys. And I think that's really cool about YouTube and about the internet and about social media, is that people can get connected and you don't even have to be in the same room or the same state or the same universe. That's probably a stretch. You just have to be connected, and it's really cool to be able to do that. So this is a really long video, I feel. I don't know. And I cried. I don't mean to do that. I'm not usually a crier, but something about the camera made me feel super vulnerable. My bad. So my stories aren't usually this serious on here, and I apologize. It was a bit much. My bad.